And I think we're live, Tom.
Hi, good morning. How are you
Hello,
today,
everyone.
Daniela?
I'm
Hello,
doing good,
everyone.
Tom. How are you today?
I'm all right. I'm well.
You're doing
Yeah,
well.
I've had plenty of coffee, and I'm well. I'm raring to go. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying the beautiful sun today, even though we are indoors, but I can see the
Sure.
sun through my window, and it looks quite nice outside.
Yes, it looks a lot brighter today, and
Yeah,
not so cold either.
not so cold. Looks like we have three people viewing right now. So, good morning, everyone. Hello. If you are with us today, please write your name in the chat and where you are from.
Good morning, everyone. So yes, we're going to be talking about fears today. What are you afraid of, Daniela?
Um, oh, I have many fears, Tom. How about you?
um, I'm scared of live streams.
You're scared of live streams. You're scared of YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, I'm petrified of YouTube.
Petrified of YouTube. Nice. Oh, we have Antonio Di Paolo says good morning. Good morning, Antonio. Giancarlo, hi from Treviso. Chiara from Modena.
Hello.
Nico from Bari. Oh.
Fantastic.
Oh, so we have everyone today from all over Italy. Where are we located, Tom?
So we are coming to you from Florence, streaming live from Florence.
Live from
Beautiful
Florence.
city.
Yes, beautiful city. Have you guys been to Florence? Do you like Florence? We work from the Firenze Alberti location, but at the moment we are teaching from home.
Yeah. How do you
So
like teaching from home, Danny?
I quite enjoy it, but I do miss interacting with our students face to face. I
Yeah,
miss seeing
sure.
our students. How about you,
Me
Tom?
too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I miss seeing everyone. Yeah.
yeah. It's difficult at times.
It's amazing that we're able to teach over the computer and we can do these live streams and keep busy, but yeah, it's not the same as teaching face to face.
Yeah.
How many of the viewers and people in the chat um, go to my English school or take English lessons? Write and tell us in the chat. Are you my English school students, or do you study English at home? How do you study? Let us know.
And do you guys enjoy studying English online? Do you like that we have this opportunity available to us?
I think most of my students quite like it. I don't know about you, Daniela, but they say it's not the same as coming to school for real.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I think some people enjoy it because it is really convenient not having to leave your home and having the opportunity to work from home. But yeah, it's not quite the same. But for now, it'll have to do, right? For now.
Hmm. Absolutely,
Yeah.
because
So
when learning a language, you have to keep practicing, right, and keep it fresh in your mind.
yeah, absolutely.
It's like exercise.
It's like exercise. Yeah, I think you're right. Ariana says I go to my English school from Myes Milano Meravigli.
Okay,
And
fantastic.
and also Giancarlo. Giancarlo says he's a student of Myes.
Okay,
So yeah,
fantastic.
let's get talking about fears today. So in the chat, what are your biggest fears? What are you afraid of?
I'll tell you something that frightened me the other day, Daniela, or
Yes, let's
yesterday,
hear
in
it.
fact. I I got in the lift in my apartment, um, the elevator, you call it, right?
Yeah, the elevator or the lift. Yes.
I got in the lift because I was feeling lazy and went down to the ground floor. But when I tried to open the door, it wouldn't open.
Oh my goodness.
And the
That
alarm started ringing,
no.
and I couldn't
Oh,
open
that's
the door.
terrible. That's like my
And I
biggest fear.
panicked, and I panicked.
What
It
did
was
you
a bit
do?
frightening. Well, I couldn't open the door. I tried to force the door, not possible. And so I went back up to the top again, and the door opened. I think
Okay.
I think I tried to open the door prematurely before the lift was finished, and so the door jammed.
You were just too excited to get out of the elevator, I think.
Yeah, but just before I had been thinking about getting stuck in a lift, and so I thought, "Oh no, it's happened. It's actually happened."
Maybe you manifested your fear. Maybe you were
Perhaps.
thinking about it so much that it actually came true.
I wonder if that's possible. I think you might
Mm,
be onto something there. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
perhaps. What are
So,
your guys' fears in the chat? What are your fears? Hello, we have Alessio Di Rosa. Hello, Alessio. We have
hi,
Domenica. She studies in Naples, and Raisa Philippe studies in Bologna. Excellent.
fabulous,
So
fabulous.
this is one of your fears then, being stuck in small spaces.
Not really, but I know a lot of people are afraid of elevators. They have a fear of
Yeah.
lifts and elevators. I suppose
If
it's a type of claustrophobia, right?
yeah, like the fear of being confined in small spaces. I am actually claustrophobic. Have claustrophobia.
Hmm.
I definitely do not like small spaces. I don't like elevators. They just make me they make me feel very panicked.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, are you claustrophobic, Tom?
Not really. No. I grew up in a very small house, a small
Okay.
cottage, and so I am used to
So
small spaces.
you're used to small spaces already, yeah.
My room in my apartment now is tiny. It's a box room, so I'm not
So
afraid of
you're
small
not.
spaces.
Okay,
Some
so
people are afraid. Some people are afraid of wide open spaces as
oh,
well.
true, yes. Yeah.
I don't know what you call that.
I don't know. I don't actually know. I've never heard of like a person being afraid of a wide open space, but I suppose anything's possible. Yeah. What is your biggest fear, Tom? So in the chat we have Kiara says her biggest fear is snakes. When there are snakes on
Okay,
TV, I must go change the channel. Oh, good answer, Kiara.
right,
Um,
right.
my fear is this time because every day you don't know what happens. Oh, yeah, this is a very difficult time. It's very scary for everyone because
It is,
it's
yeah,
true. We actually don't know what's going to happen. We don't know the results. So we are kind of
yeah,
living in fear. Um,
yeah.
and Giancarlo
Cool.
says, my biggest fear is making steep climbs in the car.
Okay, I understand this. Yeah,
I
That's
think
interesting.
what I'm not sure what Giancarlo means. I think maybe when he's driving, like driving uphill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, really steep hill.
Okay.
And parking on a steep hill is strange as well,
Oh
isn't it?
my
That's a
God.
bit scary.
I'm always afraid that my car will like reverse downhill.
Right. So yeah, that's interesting. Yes, snakes is a very common fear. I think this is a very primal fear, you know,
Yes.
an
Yeah.
old fear.
Yeah, definitely. Are you afraid of snakes, Tom?
Um, a bit.
Uh,
I don't. Yeah, I don't get the desire to stroke a snake if I see one particularly.
oh, yeah, I'm the same. Like I'm not very afraid of them. If I saw one, I would probably run in another direction. But I'm not like I never think about my fear of snakes, so
Okay,
I don't think it's very strong. Um,
sure.
Good morning, Alex. Alex from Modena. Ariana has a good question. How can you say hypochondria?
Okay,
Hypochondriaca in English.
yeah.
Do you know, or does anyone know in the chats? What does it mean also?
So yeah, hypochondria is the pronunciation in English,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
To be a
And
hypochondriac, to be
yeah.
to be afraid of getting sick, I believe.
Do you
Is that
think,
right?
absolutely, yeah, to be afraid of getting sick? It's
Okay,
kind
here
of
we
like,
are.
do you consider hypochondriac people or people who have hypochondria, do you consider this a rational fear or an irrational fear?
Hmm, that's interesting.
Um,
Um, I suppose it depends a little bit. At the moment, with this virus that is going around, I can
yeah,
understand people being afraid of getting sick.
yeah,
If
I
you are
can imagine
always
too.
this way, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. So, Tom, will you read, please?
Yeah. Fears. In this focus activity, saying what you're afraid of, new vocabulary on fears, telling stories in the past, when and while.
Okay, excellent. Okay, and what are you afraid of? So, what are some different ways to say I'm afraid of? If you guys know the answer, write in the chat. What are some other ways to say fear?
Okay.
Hmm. Can you think of any examples, Tom?
I'm afraid of, or I have a phobia of peanut butter.
Ah, yes.
I just, I can't even look at it in the supermarket. If
No,
someone
not
opens
true.
a jar of peanut butter and shows it to me, oh,
What happens, Tom?
I start to have cold sweats, and I have to hide.
No, is it true? It's not true, Tom.
It's not true, but I've heard that some people do have a phobia of peanut butter. It is a reality.
Really? I wonder if it's
Apparently
like
so.
the texture or so strange.
Yeah. Or is it? No, I think it's the fear of having peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth.
Oh, that's an actual fear. Yeah,
Yeah,
so strange.
that's
Um,
right. So,
I'm scary about something. What do you think, Alex Gualdi says? What do you think, Tom?
okay. So, scary. an adjective for the thing that is scary. Example, snakes are scary. But I am scared of snakes.
Yeah.
I have a fear of snakes. I am scared. The snake is scary.
Good.
The
Yeah.
the horror movie is scary. A scary movie. But I am scared.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Scared of. We use of. Yeah. I'm scared of something.
Exactly. Good. Yeah. Thanks.
Um.
Scared of snakes.
Yeah. Okay. And another way to say fear is phobia. You can also say I have a phobia of snakes.
Absolutely.
Um. Yeah.
Speaking of scary movies,
Yes.
there was a movie about a phobia. Do you remember, Daniela? It was maybe you are too
Arachnophobia.
young. Okay.
Was it arachnophobia?
Yeah.
By the way, does anyone know what arachnophobia is? If you know the answer, just please type it in the chat. It's also a fear of mine.
I'm sure they will do. Yeah, interesting. Um,
Arachnophobia.
is this a rational fear? You were talking about rational and irrational fears, Daniela. Is
Well,
this
I don't know. I suppose it depends where you live.
okay?
I think it depends where you live.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
because, well, first of all, what is arachnophobia, guys? Tell us what arachnophobia is, and then we can talk further about this.
I'm sure they'll know.
Do you
Example,
consider it rational or irrational?
my aunt is scared of mice.
Ah, okay.
Okay, is this rational?
I mean, I think everyone's kind of a little bit afraid of mice, but I don't really, well, I'm afraid of mice too, but I don't know if it's rational. I don't really, because is are mice a big threat to us humans? I don't know.
I think not.
But
I don't
they
want.
are scary though.
I wouldn't want one to run up my trouser leg.
Yeah,
I don't want to. Yeah, but do they pose a threat? Are they dangerous to humans? No.
not so much. Okay, Ariana says so arachnophobia, she says, is when you are afraid of ragni. Okay, what is ragni in English? I think Domenica says fear of spiders. Excellent.
Okay. Good.
Arachnophobia is exactly this, the fear of spiders.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Do you have arachnophobia, Tom? And I remember this movie.
Um.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I was scared of the movie. I was frightened when I watched the movie, but am I scared of spiders? No. I grew
No.
up in the countryside in an old house. There were many spiders,
Oh
big
my
spiders,
god. Big spiders. Yeah.
but not poisonous.
Not poison.
If I was in the jungle, if I was in the Amazon rainforest, perhaps I would be afraid of spiders. But in England, no.
In England, no. Does anyone
Um,
in the chat have arachnophobia? The fear of spiders? Anyone in the chat?
I'm sure it's quite a common fear, right?
Yeah.
Spiders and snakes.
I'm afraid of spiders, but it's yeah, I also don't really consider it a rational fear. It's more that they're like creepy to me because the way they move and they are so
Okay.
fast and I
Do you
just
have
yeah.
poisonous spiders in Canada?
Yeah, but they're quite rare. So
Okay.
my sister has arachnophobia. I'm afraid of coronavirus, Riza says.
Yeah.
Yes, me too. Yeah, I
This
think
is
we all
sensible, I
are.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Someone told me there are scorpions in Italy.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen a scorpion.
Neither have I.
No.
But
What would you do if you saw one?
um, I think I would run a mile. I think I would. I would be scared.
If I
The,
saw a scorpion in my house or a spider, if I saw a spider in my house, I would move out. I would go find another place to live.
just demolish the
Yeah.
house. It's not safe anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, scorpions. But yes, someone told me there are scorpions in Italy.
Scorpions. Okay, so what are some other ways to say I'm afraid of? We have I'm scared of, I'm frightened of, I'm terrified of, I'm scared to death of, and I get
Okay.
goosebumps when.
Okay. We talked about goosebumps before, didn't we?
Yeah, what are goosebumps? Interesting.
So,
What are goosebumps, guys? If you know the answer, write it in the chat. I have no idea how to say this in Italian.
goosebumps.
Yeah, goosebumps.
So yeah, I'm scared of
When do you get goosebumps, Tom?
when you're afraid.
Yeah.
Maybe when you maybe when you're cold as well.
Yes, I think so.
So it has to do with shivering and
Yeah. Okay, I think this is a good answer here. Alex says goosebumps is like pelle d'oca in Italy. I don't know if I said this right. I actually didn't know this.
okay. Skin like a
Skin
duck.
is very creative.
Yeah,
Yeah, goosebumps.
absolutely.
But
And
yeah, those little,
Liza,
when you're afraid or when you're cold and like the hairs on your arms go up and you have these little bumps. We call them goosebumps. When you're watching a horror film or when you are cold.
okay, fantastic.
Mm. Okay, and I'm scared to death of. Is this an extreme fear or
I would say so, right? Scared to death, to
yeah,
die of fright. This is quite extreme, isn't it?
yeah. When you say I'm scared to death of spiders, for example, extreme fear, extreme fear. Is there anything in the chat? Is there anything that you are scared to death of or terrified of?
So Alex says there are little scorpions in Italy, but they're not dangerous to people,
Oh,
which
nice.
is reassuring to hear.
Oh,
And
I
Raisa
didn't
says he's
see.
also afraid, or she is also afraid of bees. Almost said beer then. That would be a strange fear. Fear of beer.
Of beer. um, yeah, she says also afraid of bees. Yeah, kind of afraid of bees too, but they are so cute.
I love bees. Beautiful. But I'm a bit afraid of wasps and hornets.
Yeah, hornets. Yes.
Alessio says, speaking of beer, you have goosebumps when, for example, you open the fridge and all the beer is finished.
Maybe this is a very big fear for Alessio.
And then you have to go and queue at the supermarket, wait for 1 hour
Or
to go and
more.
buy some more.
Right. which I have to do today. I must go to the supermarket today also and wait in queue. So that will be fun. How about you, Tom?
Um, I have some food.
You're
I have
good.
enough, I think, for the
Yeah.
time being. Don't like going to the supermarket,
No. Yes, I
especially
agree.
at the moment. I have a fear of supermarkets.
You have a fear of supermarkets in Italy.
They put me in a bad mood. I don't like supermarkets. I don't like the atmosphere. The
Is it because it's like a crowded space? There are lots of people. Is that
it's
why? Or
it's crowded. I don't like the bright fluorescent lights. I don't like all the noises and beeps
yeah.
and the music and I don't like the supermarket.
I also don't love the supermarket. But yeah, good word. Crowded, lots of people. Usually, usually the center of Florence is very crowded. If you go to the Duomo, it's very crowded. There are lots and lots of people. In this moment, however, it's not crowded at all. There's
Sure.
no one.
So
Um,
fear of crowds is very common, isn't it?
yeah, fear of crowds. Yeah.
People don't like to be in a crowded place.
Fear of crowds. Yeah. Tom, do you want to read the top 10 fears?
Top 10 fears. What are the top 10 most common fears? Snakes, spiders, heights, ghosts, the dark, thunder and lightning, confined spaces, needles, and I can't see the last one,
Can you
dogs,
see now?
and
Yeah.
flying. Thanks.
Oh,
Um,
afraid of dogs.
so the third one down, pronunciation, heights.
Good one.
Okay, quite a
Heights.
tricky one. Heights. Yeah.
Heights. Is anyone here afraid or scared of heights?
Me.
You are, Tom? You're afraid of
Yeah.
heights? Yeah. Do you like flying in an
Um,
airplane?
not especially. No.
No.
um, so I know I said I'm not afraid of confined spaces,
Yeah.
but I think confined spaces combined with heights, I am
Mm,
afraid.
okay.
Like I went up in a church in a bell tower,
Yes. Yeah.
and it was very narrow, and the steps were very steep, and it was very high, and I got quite frightened.
So it's like a combination of both. Yeah. That sounds terrifying, actually. Okay.
What's your number one fear out of this list?
On this list,
Mm,
okay, my biggest fear in the list, I think, would be confined spaces. Yeah,
okay.
definitely confined spaces. My least biggest fear would be dogs because I'm not afraid of dogs. I think when I was younger, when I was a child, I was afraid of dogs. But now I'm not. I love them. But I feel bad
Okay.
for people. I feel bad for people who are afraid of dogs because maybe they've had a
Hmm.
bad experience in the
Sure.
past. What about you, Tom?
Sure.
What's
When I
your
was a child, I
fear
was
in the
when I was a child, I was a bit afraid of cats because
of
I got
cats?
scratched.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got scratched, but I loved dogs, and now I love cats. But when I was young, I was afraid of them.
yeah.
So Alex has asked what's the meaning of heights and what's the meaning of needles?
Okay, what's the meaning of height, guys? Height in the chat if you know. Does anyone know the answer to that?
I think a few of them will know heights, but I wonder if they'll know needles.
Hmm. Well, a needle is like when you go to the doctor and they give you an injection in your arm. This is a needle. And I think many people are afraid of needles. But I don't know if it's considered irrational or rational fear. In my opinion, I think it's irrational.
So, yeah, not very nice though to have an injection.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, a height in English is a very high how do you describe it?
So, maybe I would like to climb a mountain, but I can't because I'm afraid of heights. Maybe I would like to go to the top of the Duomo in Florence, but this is a very high place, and I don't like heights.
Yeah, some people who are afraid of planes also are afraid of heights because they do not like being very high up in the air, in the sky.
So Ariana says, for example, when you are at the last floor of the building, the top floor.
The top floor, yeah. Yeah. What is your least, the thing on the list here, the top 10 fears? Which one are you least afraid of, Tom? And everyone in the chat, which fear are you least afraid of from this list?
So most being the top, least being the bottom. I am least afraid of. I'm least afraid of the dark.
Dogs. Yeah.
The dark.
Oh, the dark. I'm sorry, Tom. The dark. You're not afraid of the dark.
No.
No. Okay. Okay, so for A, we have needles. So this is a needle. I'm not sure if you guys can see so well the photos. B, what do you guys think the answer? If you know the answer, type in the chat B. What do you think, Tom, for B?
I think it looks like a ghost.
Yeah,
Alex
and I
agrees
think
with me.
Alex, good job, Alex. Ghosts. C.
I can't
Kind of,
actually see.
it's a little bit difficult to tell in the photo. Um, so this would be a fear of heights.
Okay. Climbing up a very tall building.
Yeah, it looks like he's climbing up a building. Yeah. D, what do you guys think? D. If you have arachnophobia, you have a fear of what? Good, okay. Alessio Di
So
Rosa and Nico both say spiders.
good. Excellent grammar there as well, Alessio. Attention with the grammar. this structure. I am afraid of, or I am least afraid of,
Excellent.
most afraid of.
Very
To
good.
be, and then preposition of.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm least
Okay.
afraid of dogs.
Least afraid of dogs. Very good. What about E, guys? I think Nico said E, snakes. Um, okay, and F. Hmm.
Is this the dark? It's a bit hard to tell from the picture.
It's hard to tell because I think some of these can have more than one possible answer. A couple of them can have more than one possible answer.
Ariana says she is least afraid of thunder and lightning.
Least afraid of thunder and lightning. Good answer, Ariana. Okay, yeah, here we have confined spaces, but this one's a little bit difficult because it also looks like it could be the dark.
Okay, yeah.
What about G? Nico says G, thunder and lightning.
Okay.
Good job, Nico.
I have a friend,
Yeah,
right? I have a friend who was struck by lightning, not
really?
once, but twice.
How is that possible? Twice.
I don't know. Once,
Hmm.
in the open air, she was in New Zealand,
My
and she
goodness.
was struck by lightning. Um,
What
and
are the
the
odds?
other time, the second time was in Australia, and she was in her house,
That's
and the house
incredible.
was struck by lightning, and she was at the computer and got zapped.
Oh my God. She's okay. She's okay.
Yeah, she's fine.
Your friend is either very lucky or very
Mhm.
unlucky because the chances of getting struck by lightning are like 1 in a million. And to get struck by lightning twice,
Yeah,
maybe your friend should play the lottery. She should buy some lottery tickets, I think.
yeah, right. They say it's impossible to get struck by lightning twice, but
Yeah, even
clearly it's
even
not
once
true.
is like seems almost impossible, but twice, it's very incredible.
So it is possible. Also, she has a white streak in her hair.
Maybe it's from the
Like,
lightning,
yeah, like a lightning bolt.
like a lightning bolt.
Like Rogue in the X-Men. You know the
Yeah. Yes,
X-Men?
yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Yes, she should buy some lottery tickets.
I reckon. Good idea.
Yeah. H, we said the dark. I, what is I? I should probably remove this so they can see. We have dogs and flying. Okay. Is anyone in the chat, are any of you afraid of dogs? I would like to know.
What about a combination of more than one fear? There is a
Mm.
movie. I never saw the movie, but there's a movie called Snakes on a Plane, right?
Oh my
Imagine
God.
that, being on an
Snake.
airplane full of snakes.
I think I've had dreams of this. I'm sure I've had dreams of this before. Snakes on the plane. No, I've never heard of that movie, but I will definitely never watch it. I'm sure of it.
The last time I flew on a plane, um, maybe not the last time, but this year I flew on a plane and there was a lot of turbulence, very windy,
Oh,
and I did have a little bit of fear.
what is turbulence? That's a good point. What is turbulence? I think it's actually similar in Italian. I think the word is similar to in Italian. Yeah. Like when you are on the plane, you're in high altitude and the plane just starts shaking.
Yeah. Scary.
It's very, very scary. This is one of my biggest fears, especially if you're in a very small plane, because if you're in a small plane, you can feel it a lot more.
Shall we continue?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So we won't watch the
Next.
video, but we can well we can answer the questions. We don't need to watch the video, I suppose, if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll read. So, what sport does Alex do? Why is it risky? How does Alex feel when he climbs? And how would you feel if you did this? What characteristics describe Alex? So, the title says fear free climbing. So, what is he doing in the photo? What is this guy doing?
So he's free climbing, and free climbing means climbing without ropes.
Yes,
No security, no ropes to stop you from falling.
it's terrifying.
So very brave, or you might say crazy.
Would you ever do this, Tom, or have you ever done this before? Have you
No.
ever gone free
Um,
climbing?
um, I've been bouldering, they call it, and climbing, but not high, not high.
Okay. Yeah, he's climbing a mountain. Free climbing is so scary. Yeah, free climbing looks terrifying. Even just for me, rock climbing in general, even with equipment, for me is very scary. So I would never consider going free climbing. For me, it's like absolutely out of the picture. What about you,
So
Tom?
if you have never seen this guy, you should watch his videos. Um, you can find you can find them on YouTube. He's called Alex Honnold,
Oh, okay.
an incredible free climber.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any of his videos.
I have never seen anything like it. He hangs from precipices at very, halfway up a mountain. Incredible.
Yeah, so maybe if you want an adrenaline rush this morning, go and watch these videos, Alex's videos.
So I think he is fearless. I think he has no fear.
Yeah. Fearless without fear. Okay, good. Okay, Tom, will you read, please?
Sure. Which words best describe Alex? Fearless, reckless, strong, bold, weak, fearless, careful, cowardly, and shy.
Okay. So actually, we
So,
already talked about the first one. Yeah, right in the chats, right in the chat. What do you think the opposites of fearful is?
if fearless is without fear, to be
Hmm.
fearful, what does this mean? The opposite.
Okay. Okay, I think Alex got it right. Fearless. Good job. Okay. What about reckless? Reckless. Do any of you in the chat know the meaning of reckless? maybe if I can think of an example of reckless behavior,
Hmm.
maybe someone who is riding a motorbike very, very fast
Okay.
without a helmet. Maybe they are
Okay.
reckless.
That sounds like my brother,
It sounds
but
like your
he
brother.
he normally wears a helmet.
He does wear a helmet. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, normally he wears a helmet. Yes.
Normally, yeah. I think Alex got the right answer here. What do you think, Tom? The opposite of reckless.
Okay. Reckless and careful. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's yeah, definitely the opposite. Someone who really doesn't care about the consequences. Driving
Sure.
on your motorbike without a helmet and
Yeah.
speeding on the highway, you're just like not afraid and you don't care about the consequence.
So reckless, really dangerous,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
careful, more attentive
Yeah.
and cautious, you might say.
Yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely. Confident. If you guys know the answers in the chat, just write in the chat the opposite of confidence. Opposite of confidence. Good
Um,
job, Alex. It's really amazing. Shy. Simone got it right as well. Simone.
okay. Excellent.
The opposite of confident is shy.
Are you confident, Daniela, or are you quite shy?
I'm kind of both. Like it depends. I think
Mm,
I can be shy sometimes in new
hmm.
situations.
Sure.
Um, but I think it depends on the situation. What about you, Tom?
Um, a bit of both. The same.
A bit
The
of both.
same.
Yeah.
I think you have to be quite confident to speak to groups of people,
Yes.
and to do things like this live stream.
Like a live
But
stream
yeah,
on
I
YouTube.
can be shy as well. It
Yeah.
depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation, absolutely. Um, hello, Simone. Welcome. Where are you from? Okay, what about strong? What is the opposite of strong?
Write in the chat. You're back.
It disappears, sorry. The opposite of strong is Alessio Di Rosa says
Okay, good.
weak.
Fantastic, Alessio.
Okay, there is also another word that has the exact same pronunciation but has a different meaning. Weak.
Okay. A different spelling as well.
Different spelling, same
Hmm.
pronunciation. Yeah. Days of the week, 1 week, Monday to Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. But week, as Alessio and Alex have written, this is the opposite of strong.
Hi, Simone from Parma. How are you
Oh,
today?
from Parma. Wonderful. Excellent.
Okay. So the opposite of bold. What does it mean to be bold?
Hmm. Bold. What is the meaning, guys? But I think because we have bold and we have brave, but in my opinion, I think they're very similar to be bold and to be
Yeah.
brave.
Yeah. So brave, I think of brave as being like courageous, yeah?
Like Braveheart.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah, the opposite of bold. Oh, okay. Bold, afraid. Good job, guys. Good job, Ariana. And the opposite of brave.
it can only be cowardly.
Good, good. Okay. I've just noticed the time. So thank you guys so much for joining us. But we have to get going. So I
Yeah.
hope that you have a lovely day. And we hope to see you soon. So thank you everyone for joining us today.
Yeah. Fantastic work, guys. Have a great weekend. See you
Okay.
again.
See you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.